Seiichi Sugimoto, famed as the Immortal Soldier, fought with unmatched ferocity during the 1904 Russo-Japanese War at China's 203-meter hill, where nearly 130,000 Japanese soldiers were deployed to capture Port Arthur, a vital Russian naval base. The savage conflict claimed the lives of roughly 60,000 Japanese and 40,000 Russian troops. Fighting beside Sugimoto was his close friend Teraji, who shared the horrors of the battlefield with him. In a moment that defined his legend, Sugimoto was struck directly by enemy fire yet survived, pushing through intense pain to charge Russian trenches and take down multiple foes despite his grave injuries. Sadly, even his extraordinary endurance was not enough to save Teraji, who perished in combat. 2 years later, Sugimoto lives on the fringes of society, tormented by wartime memories and burdened by guilt. After killing his superior officer, he is denied a military pension, leaving him impoverished and desperate for purpose. His search for a new beginning leads him to rumors of hidden gold in Hokkaido, stories told by a drunken drifter. According to the tale, the Ainu people had secretly amassed gold in preparation for an uprising against Japanese forces to protect their ancestral land. That plan ended in bloodshed when a deranged man known as Naperbo murdered all the revolutionaries in a single night and vanished with a treasure, worth an astonishing 8 billion yen, hiding it somewhere in Hokkaido. Naperbo was eventually arrested by the Imperial Army and confined to Abashiri prison, where he was brutally tortured but never revealed the gold's location. As a last resort, he tattooed the coordinates of the hidden treasure onto the bodies of certain inmates, arranging their escape by promising them a share of the fortune. The revelation ignited widespread chaos, as countless opportunists began hunting the infamous tattooed convicts, each driven by greed and ambition. When the vagabond suddenly attacks Sugimoto, he quickly realizes Sugimoto's near immortality and flees, only to be gruesomely killed by a bear. Sugimoto later learns the Mun was Takechio Goto, one of the tattooed prisoners. Soon after, Sugimoto himself is mauled by the same beast but survives once again, saved by a young Ainu girl named Asurpa. When Sugimoto recounts Goto's story, Asurpa initially doubts him, but her disbelief turns to resolve upon realizing Naperbo was also responsible for her father's murder. She understands that deciphering the tattoos would require skinning the convicts alive, revealing that Naperbo never intended to share the gold at all. As their paths align, another bear encounter introduces a mysterious white wolf named Ritar. Sugimoto proposes a plan to locate the gold and help avenge Asurpa's father, swearing an oath that he will not kill during their journey. Their search takes them to Ataru, where inquiries about the tattoos inadvertently draw the attention of 2 convicts. They track and capture them in the mountains, but the situation collapses when Hyakinosuke Ogata, a sniper from the Army's 7th Division, appears and turns the confrontation lethal. In the chaos that follows, Ogata kills one of the convicts, deepening Sugimoto's inner conflict as Asurpa preserves the tattooed information through detailed sketches rather than bloodshed. Soon after, another convict, Yoshitake Shiraishi, reveals that the tattooed prisoners are led by the legendary Toshizo Hijikata, a former samurai and vice-commander of the Shinsengumi who masterminded their escape. At the same time, Tokashiro Tsurumi, commander of the 7th Division, begins probing Sugimoto's ties to the convicts. Bitter toward the Japanese government for its failures during the war, Tsurumi intends to seize the gold to establish his own authoritarian rule in Hokkaido. His increasingly erratic behavior, marked by violent outbursts and unsettling actions, exposes his rapidly declining sanity. Amid mounting danger, Asurpa uses unconventional methods to track Sugimoto, even relying on the scent of his socks, though fate leads her instead to Yoshitake. Pressed into action, he agrees to help rescue Sugimoto, who narrowly escapes Tsurumi's forces, revealing deeper layers of his past shaped by loyalty, sacrifice, and enduring loss. Sugimoto later reflects on his childhood bond with Teraji and Ume, who were already married by the time he returned from the war. Teraji's final act of saving Sugimoto's life becomes the driving force behind his mission, to fulfill his friend's dying wish by finding the gold and restoring Ume's sight. As the story advances, Hijikata's ambition to establish an independent Republic of Ezo comes to light, requiring weapons and mercenaries to resurrect an age long erased by modernization. Looming over everything is the shadow of Naperbo, whose crimes forever scarred Asurpa's life, tightening the cycle of revenge that binds all who pursue the cursed gold as they step deeper into an unforgiving future.